Oh, that's my favorite Star Wars character. Blode? Bustalode. Wow. Oh, that's a logo. Welcome, everybody, to Star Wars Dark Forces Loud Remaster using the Kex engine. Pretty excited to check this out. However, I was told in order to get a key for this game, I needed to do the Watto voice. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars. Hey, this is a non-standard MIDI, huh? Dark Forces. The new order of the Empire stretches its evil clutches across the galaxy, consuming planets with devastating results. Through many struggles, the Rebel Alliance has learned of a new Imperial battle station, the Death Star, with enough power to destroy an entire planet. Unable to acquire the plans to the deadly space station, the rebels have employed the skills of Kyle Katarn. Known to most as a mercenary for hire, Katarn is a rogue figure who is partial alliance with the rebels. Armed only with blaster pistol and intimate knowledge of Imperial methods, Kyle prepares take two. Can I take that? Can I take that again? Kyle prepares to infiltrate the Imperial base in which the plans are kept. Oh, it doesn't even sound like Watto anymore, huh? Not really. So this is a remaster. I played some version of the original that was like updated. And I did that a couple months ago. And I showed off some of the mods and some weird levels. That was fun. But this is a total like remaster. There will be an update for better timed MIDI. I believe this runs at 70 hertz. Or it's programmed for 70 hertz, and I'm 144 at the moment, so it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. Enhancements. You know what? Let's just see as is. This is before Kyle Katarn was a Jedi. So I've never played the actual game of this. Oh god, those MIDI hits. Ugh. Update on the way, but I'm playing it before the update, unfortunately. So now, one of the things is this game has dynamic music. I don't think you ever really need to use any other weapon once you get this one. We'll find out. Hang on a second. So games, fine, the volume's fine. What I need to do is... I wonder if there's a button to change the old and new. New. Mouse options, sensitivity, definitely got to bring that down. Because, Counter-Strike got me way used to a lower sensitivity. I don't know if there's actually a way to go back and forth between the two. It would be nice. Let's try video options, display, resolution, refresh rate. Everything here is good. Graphics options. Well, let's just see. They did a really good job with the assets. So I'll tell you what I did play. Involving Kyle Katarn. That head bob is something, isn't it? That's something else. View bobbing. Let's get rid of the view bobbing for a minute. Yeah, wow. It's a lot of these old shooters had some insane view bob.
I always like a slider because I like to view bobs a little bit, but not too much. I wonder where the cutscenes start happening. Now, they made this Briar pistol better in future games. Meaning, like, you could charge a shot, which still had some utility. But this is still, I mean, from what I understand of this game's reputation, this is still a game that I need to lower. Again, I'm at 16%. We'll go down to 12%. That's a loud game. But, the reputation of this game was that it was actually not just a Doom clone, but, like, attempting some stuff that was kind of innovative. And I don't know, because my first game that I played from this series with Kyle Katarn was Mysteries of the Sith demo, which is an expansion for Dark Forces 2. And I played that demo like crazy because I had no fucking money to buy full games, so I would just play demos forever, like Duke Nukem. But this had multi-tiered levels, which the Doom engine wasn't exactly capable of without some, I guess, not even really that it wasn't capable of it. Maybe it wasn't at all. I don't know what I'm talking about, but there's some innovations here that were unique for their time. I did play a lot of Jedi Knight 2. So that was like my main thing. That and the sequel, Jedi Academy. Let's see. So one of the things this game has as part of its reputation are maze-like labyrinth-type levels. Just extremely like winding levels, and I don't know how I feel about that because I get lost so easily. I'm lost on the first level already. I guess we'll see though. I see. Mouse droid. Fucked. But yeah, these types of shooters were... It's hard to overstate how revolutionary they were, so it's nice that Night Dive is making sure these games are not forgotten. My favorite Night Dive remaster so far is still probably Turok 1 or 2. I'm not sure which one I like better, but... Well, then, they did Quake 2 as well. Well, they do good shit across the board.
This is too easy.
Death Star plans. Wait. I'm not a Bothan. This is too easy. Yeah. Once Doom became like a viable, like massive success, but also like just a template for genres, it kind of made sense for a lot of people to experiment with it. And yeah, it fits. Star Wars fits a lot of different things. Like you can do ship combat, like Rogue Squadron, which was my favorite. You can do you can do RPG. You can shoot mouse droids. We're going back up this way. Mission objectives complete. I know. Okay. See what I mean? Totally lost already. And I was already at the ship. Okay. Punch. Start punching. Why does Kyle Katarn have a punch? Well, I guess he's a mercenary. Shouldn't he have a vibro knife? I feel like a dude like Kyle Katarn... Oh, right down. We were down this way. A dude like Kyle Katarn could probably hire... not hire. Afford a vibro knife so we can stab some fucks. How did I let you live? But yeah, this is what first-person shooters were still like. I guess Half-Life. I mean, there were some signs of it, like Duke Nukem even. Open main menu to end mission. Really? That's how you...
delivers the plans to the Rebel Alliance. Soon afterwards, the Death Star is destroyed.
This guy did voiceover in Rogue Squadron.
Celebrates this victory. Another sinister plot is set in motion that will become an even greater concern for the rebellion.
Here's those redone cutscenes.
The Emperor has approved your test demonstration, General Monk.
Thank you, Lord Vader. What I unveil today will mark a new era for the Empire. We will be able to decimate the rebels just as we did the Jedi.
The voices are so crusty.
At last, the Emperor's war will be filled only with the glory and beauty of decisive victory.
A noble cause, General. I hope the demonstration lives up to your claims. Proceed.
With pleasure. Dark Trooper, release.
Looks, I mean, if you see the comparison between the original cutscenes and the new, these look... I mean, they even redid this shit, from what I understand. But yeah, the old cutscenes had a charm to them in their own way, but these new ones look nice too. I especially like this stuff here, and not just Vader talking. But yeah, Night Dive, they definitely go above and beyond. I'm trying to think of the only, you know, I hate to say it because I'm sure they're sick of hearing it, but Rage Wars.
Very impressive, General. The Emperor will be most pleased. Continue with your project.
Certainly, Lord Vader.
A lot of my favorite old shooters have already come back in some form or another, so I'm not complaining too much. Rage Wars would be a flop, so I get why it's not going to be done.
Thank you, Commander, for responding at such short notice. The Empire has been keeping us on the run since the destruction of the Death Star. 5 days ago, the Empire attacked one of our secret bases in the city of Talay.
This is Tech Base to anybody out there. Please, we're under Imperial attack. There was no warning at all.
Should have turned subtitles on. No, Fishman. This looks like Gorm
Cat
Solo.
was destroyed within minutes. Many innocent people in the surrounding city
He looks better with the beard.
rebel staff were killed. Intelligence thinks that this may be an act of retaliation for the destruction of the Death Star.
Interesting. This looks like it could be a normal Imperial attack, except for those sounds.
Very perceptive, Commander. I know you understand that all we discuss here is classified. This Imperial officer, Crix Medine, wishes to defect to the Alliance.
Crix Medine was also in Rogue Squadron.
With information on the
That name I
development of a new
recognize.
Imperial weapon. Those sounds you heard, we believe, come from that weapon. A new type of stormtrooper, the Dark Trooper.
A new stormtrooper that can take out a rebel base that quickly? I should have kept working for the Empire.
The Rebel Command is not taking this lightly. They have authorized me to hire you to find out if there is a threat, and if there is, to shut it down. That is, if you are still on our side.
How much are you gonna pay me? Cold fish.
Could be interesting. Alright, I'm in. But I think I'll need some help on this one. I want Jan Ors as my mission officer.
Certainly. Then I will let Jan brief you further on your mission objectives. Thank you, Commander. And may the Force be with you.
Homeboy doesn't believe in the Force right now. Yeah, I don't know his full story arc, because again, Jedi Knight 2. That's my main Kyle Katarn story awareness. That's about it. Find the main hydroelectric power generator, get it back online. They get sloppy after a major offensive. We could find new evidence of the Dark Trooper. Let's find some clues about the Dark Trooper. Return to the landing area. Okay. Okay. One man against every stormtrooper. Wow. So, Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen, is that you? I do think a big... That's pretty grotesque. I do think a big part of why I loved Star Wars as a kid, and still do, you know, in my own kind of weird way, even though Star Wars has been a very complicated thing. And I've said this before, the originals, the ones I grew up with, still exist. Oh wait, no they don't, because they're special editions that I can't find the originals of anymore, because those, Lucas doesn't want us to have them. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Oops. Well, okay. I still say the originals exist, and there's some extended stuff that I quite enjoy too, so I'm not like, I don't hate Star Wars or anything, I love it still, but the complicated relationship with Star Wars aside, and especially how fucking tremendously spotty Disney has been with it, mostly negative, in my opinion, is they've been handling it terribly. 90% of their stuff. 80% has been terrible, with a couple bright spots. So I do still love Star Wars, and I can still go back to the originals, and I can still, like, get in the headspace of, like, how I viewed it when I was younger, and what made me love it. Part of it was the X-Wings, and the guns, and the lightsabers. Like, the hardware, and the universe itself. This is a weird thing. I don't think... Again, I'm not supposed to be there. Would just jump? Yeah, I would jump. Like, obviously the characters aside, and how good the first, you know, couple movies are that I love aside, and the music, and the visual effects. I mean, there's so much to love about the originals, and even... I kind of understand why people like the prequels, too, because it's just kind of a fun world to put yourself in. You know, your imagination can fill in a lot of the blanks. But, that's... As a kid, I loved the way these weapons sounded and looked, and, like... You know, it's like Space War. and it's all like really cool stuff. So when I got to play video games that allowed me to use those things, it was really great. Yeah, that MIDI fix is gonna be much welcome. But yeah, my original FPS, I think the boomer shooters, if you want to call them that, retro FPS games that I loved growing up, were demos of things like, oh, you got a headlight. I didn't even realize you had that. Oh, I guess I just picked it up. Oh, no, you press R to get the headlight. Interesting. The ones I played were the demos of, like, Chasm and Duke Nukem. I played Doom 64. It was my first Doom I played. GoldenEye was obviously a huge one for me. Quake 1, but Quake 64 specifically. Like, those are the ones that I played the most. Turok 1, obviously. And then Half-Life, I just consider almost a different thing. Like, it was like before Half-Life and after Half-Life, you know? So, I didn't play this. I probably would have liked it. And again, the demo of Mysteries of the Sith I enjoyed, because you got to use a lightsaber. What am I doing? Leave it to me to do this. Oh. I feel like a frog. So yeah, I mean, a lot of these earlier games, especially like the limitations of the engines themselves, made it hard for levels to make, you know, to come together too much to be like something that makes sense. And I think this game kind of pushed the barriers a little bit to have it make more sense, even though I'm still kind of just seeing, you know, polygons. But yeah, like more levels that aren't just like generic, like military base, or like just polygons stacked on top of each other, and like an attempt at environmental storytelling. Half-Life did that the best, the earliest, I think, and I would say Duke Nukem was even before that, and also did quite a bit to be more than just like generic Quake castles, or generic Hell level, or generic Marine base on Mars. For the record, I quite like generic Marine base on Mars and weird Gothic castles in Quake. But I'm just rambling, don't mind me. Yeah, that MIDI fix, boy, you'll love it. I wonder what Night Dive is going to do next, though. The reason I say Rage Wars would be a favorite is just because I have fond memories of it. But I know what would happen. It would come out, I would play it 3 times, and I would just stop. You know, it's not like when it first came out. Now we have a million games that did that exact thing. But Rage Wars was basically like Unreal Tournament, or like Quake 3 on the N64 with Turok weapons. But, you know, it's probably a fine game. But I wouldn't say it's gonna be like, it wouldn't be like a mind-blowing game. I just remember it being fun. but I can't imagine it selling very well. A multiplayer-focused Turok game. The only way that would work is if they did a bundle with all 4 games, cut the price, and use that as like a selling point. And even that, I don't know if it would be worth the effort to like get all the code from the N64 version, because there's like, I think they have to work backwards from the N64 version. I don't think there was any other version. I don't know how much of that code still exists. I can already imagine Turok 3 was an undertaking and a half. But I would love to see another Dark Forces or Jedi Knight game. Mid-budget, doesn't have to look amazing, could be retro, could, you know, look like, Dusk or something, for all I care. Like, that would be fine, as long as the game is solid. And, brings to the table what the originals brought to the table, and this as well, which is to say, classic shooting. Be fine with that. Developers of AAA in particular have lost sight of the mid-budget to low-budget experimental games. I'm gonna bitch for a minute here. Sorry if you just want me to talk Star Wars, but I'm gonna bitch. With all the layoffs happening in the industry, and all the games being canceled, and all the studios just being shit-canned, I remember when I would get a PlayStation 1 demo disc, there would be all these fucking weird games. Like, what is Roll Cage? You know, what is Ape Escape? Ape Escape happened to be, like, a hugely successful experiment. But I remember the demo discs just having all these really strange, like, you know, weird genres and genre mashes and just experiments, really. Which was cool, because that, again, was the AAA industry. That was, like, the gaming industry at the time. Indies didn't really exist. Now it's independent developers that are doing the weird shit. And it's, to me, that, like, part of the industry is incredible. And I love it, and I'm so happy it exists. And, like, then you have 7-year Starfield designed by committee. Got a Dark Trooper weapon, but I can't use it. Using these same 2 weapons the whole game, huh? Every time I've seen footage of this game, it really is just... everyone is just using this weapon. But, nice doots. Very good doots. So yeah, I mean, when you have an IP like Star Wars, there's several games just canceled. Or maybe it was just one, and I thought it was several, but like, in the past there were a lot of Star Wars games that have been canceled as well. It's like... you know, do more weird shit like Episode 1 Racing. Like the pod racing game, you know? Do more weird shit like that. Maybe, you know, that Squadrons game was pretty good, but, like, do another Rogue Squadron game, but do it, like, I don't know, you can have it be more low budget, and just have it... I know, like, gamers, some gamers are expecting to get the most out of their PS5, and I get that, you want a game to look nice, I do, but, I don't know, a good game's a good game. Pizza Tower sold really well. Fucking Lethal Company did really, really well. There's people out there that are gonna buy these games if they're solid. And it's less of a risk if you're making a game that looks more like Dusk or something. And it doesn't do as well. And then you always have a chance to just have, like, more income from Steam sales. And bundles and shit. So yeah, I don't know. Kind of rambling a bit. Too large for a human being to use. Moff Rebus. Okay. New enemy, probe droid. Ball. Some pretty intense poop water. Smells like progress is the name of the achievement. Good thing I found that headlamp. Yeah, it wouldn't be Star Wars without a sewer monster, huh? Shadows of the Empire did that too. You need a sewer monster. Something born of the shit. I do think there's going to be a restructuring of the industry after, especially after some of the stuff Sony said recently. Like, there's going to be some, you know, Square's already trying to do more with mid to low budget games. Hopefully they don't keep putting battle passes in games that don't need them. Like a little cute chocobo racing game. That seems like a terrible idea. Oh wait, it was a terrible idea. How about that? Who could have predicted? But Square's also like, we will be using more AI in our games. And that's something that could really backfire on them from a public perception vantage point and just from like a lazy assets vantage point. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I think with Sony especially, like, saying that we need to restructure how we do this. Yes, AAA massive movie budget, movie type cinematic games are cool once in a while, but like, you know, you need some stuff to fill in the gaps. So it's good to do a number of different things, including some stuff that may not work. Take a risk. That's how you get new genres. That's how you get new games. And again, if the indie industry is leading the charge with innovation, and then along comes AAA to do a fake Tarkov. I mean, look at what Modern Warfare did with Warzone. They took PUBG, and they basically did their own version of it. I don't know if it's still successful or lucrative, but it might have been at one point. Enter the smells. So this is the end of Vinny rambling. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and I appreciate that people are willing to listen to me. None of what I'm saying I don't think is all that controversial. I think it's pretty generally fairly obvious stuff that's already in the conversation that's happening now. But when I play a game like this, it especially makes me think of how different the industry is now as opposed to where it was. And when Night Dive ends up, you know, doing a remaster of something like this, it's like, it's somewhat encouraging. I mean, even the Diablo 2, say what you want about Blizzard, I fucking hate Blizzard lately. So much. But Diablo 2, they outsourced it to be remade after they bungled Warcraft 3 so spectacularly terribly. But then, you know, they decide, let's give this to a developer who gives a shit. And then, you know, preserve that it exists and make it look even nicer than before. One of the dangers of having only 2 weapons in your game is if you run out of ammo, you just have to punch, I guess. Training balls that Luke Skywalker had to fight to train with in the Millennium Falcon. There is a map. There is a map. I'm just gonna keep fighting in the smelly smells until I find my objective. Whatever that may be. And no, I didn't read the thing. And I would like to apologize on behalf of the BBC to everyone, including Elmo. I'm sorry, Elmo. I don't know why Elmo gets an apology, but you know what? Once in a while, he deserves it. Listen, that bully Larry David. Can't forgive him. This guy's big bully. We're gonna just keep venturing. You think they have McDonald's in Star Wars? How long until they have McDonald's in Star Wars? I want Ronald McDonald to shove a thermal detonator up Grimace's ass. If there's anything here, any secrets? No? Also, if any of the devs from Night Dive are watching this, yeah, that's my usual content. I don't know how it's worked. Yeah, I don't get it either. The problem with map is now map is all I use. Takes them a short amount of time to actually die, those fellers. One day I'll get a second weapon, or a third weapon, that isn't a thermal detonator, to shove up Grimace's ass. One day. And we are back here. All roads lead to Stink. Where are we going, sewage system? Just gonna do this again for a while. Okay, well, we've done a lot of things. Find Imperial Weapons Engineer Moff Rebus. Uh-huh. Okay, Moff Rebus. Well... Man, how strong are these Imperial probe droids that they can take a thermal detonator to the face? And I'm proud of them. That's some pretty good armor they got there. I remember Han Solo shot one and exploded like a baby. Crawled on the ground like a baby. So this is where I started. And I did this one first, so I don't know if this is anywhere near the right way, but I have a map now. So maybe I missed something. Ah, for fuck's sake. Clive, for fuck's sake. The only thing that's missing in this game is Chadley. If Chadley could just call me every 5 minutes, that would be, like, really good. Okay, great. Got no idea what to do. So I'm pretty sure we've done most of these. Alright. So we did most of these things here. So now that is off. Maybe there's another thing here. I don't know. The new I do wonder what Moff Rebus is doing here. Maybe they explained it. Maybe he just likes poopy smells. That's my headcanon for Moff Rebus. Moff Rebus is a sewer technician. He worked on the sewage system in the Death Star. Find him. We promise you'll love him. He's really cool. I hope Kyle Katarn is getting paid well for this. And the game's reputation has now has now revealed itself. Yes, indeed, as some Chrono Trigger enemies might say. Yes, indeed. Did I not open the sluice gates properly? I think that's what that is. I think I'm supposed to open sluice gates. We're back here again. Okay, great. Were the level designs any better in Dark Forces 2? Leave a comment. For the record, I know Night Dive was just being accurate, and I don't want my bitching to sound like I'm shitting on Night Dive, because all they had to do is make the game what the game was, but better. And they did. Better looking, better playing, better sounding. Well, maybe not that one yet. Give that one a couple days. Oh, I found it. Okay, I get it. I think I understand. You have to... Okay, it was like a sluice gate puzzle, and then you had to go into the things, because the water level had risen. Okay. Aw, shit, was that Sludge Gizlak? My favorite Star Wars characters. Oh, I'm sorry, it's pronounced Gizlak. I think we're about to find Muff Remus. Look at that. Called it.
We're ready to get out of this mess. You're the boss, Kyle.
Fuck. Open main menu to end mission. How about that? That's such a weird choice. Design the prototype weapons for the Dark Troopers. He wouldn't reveal much under questioning. He revealed, you should have seen the results of my test on Fest. My weapons are going to put a lot of holes in a lot of rebel scum. Big punch. I have many a thermal detonator. That was brilliant. That was easily the coolest thing that's happened yet so far. I almost fell to my death there. I was like, where's the save? Is there a save? Manual save? Emmanuel save versus Emmanuel blast in a battle to the death. Emmanuel save wins. I don't know how to use infrared goggles. I'll turn off the enhanced sprites for a bit. Let's see what that's all about. Let's see what the original looked like, and we'll compare. Where's the controls? Toggle cheats. Goggles is X. Neat. Okay. Burp. I mean, the sprite alone on the fucking gun, the E11, I believe this is called. The textures, yeah, everything was done so faithfully. It's like you could probably just say, "Oh, the game just looked like that," which is the best compliment I can give it. Oh, you have to crouch first and then jump. I mean, even just that right there, just that scene. A toggle button would be nice if there was like just pressing some keyboard buttons here. Just so you can compare on the fly, that would be kind of cool. Here, let's take a look at this. Right? So it's cleaner. More pixels. It's nice. It's timed. Still the same weapons. That to me is actually... Ooh. Good checkpoint. Oh, right, because you have a life system. I forgot about that. Remember, I got an extra life a moment ago. Yeah, only having, like, a couple weapons is certainly a choice. I know there's more. I've seen them. But, like, you get the blaster, the rifle. in the first 30 seconds, and then you're just using that for the next hour. I mean, sure, there's thermal detonators, but their use cases are very, very limited. All right, they're not limited, but like, I just tried to kill a turret with one. Also, maybe it's a me problem, but these fucking things are kind of hard to hit enemies with. So yeah, that's not. It would be nice to have a couple other weapons. I know that Star Wars only has like blaster rifle, and then 20 variations of each. Well, there's Chucky. Wow. Chewbacca, Chewie. Wow, I called him Chucky. Like Snooky, but Chewie. What the fuck? There's Chewie's bowcaster. There is that. And I know the bowcaster is in Jedi Knight 2. Chucky. So much for those thermal detonators, huh? What's in this cool room? Oh. Save me, mouse droid. What's going on over there? I don't know what that is. Yeah, the level design stuff was the aspect I was most not looking forward to. So least looking forward to. Oh! When deciding to give this a shot. It's confusing. It's confusing, even with a map. But it's not as bad as I thought, actually. I'm gonna say that it's a little less, confusing, even though I've been confused many a time so far. But it is still, I feel like people go a little hard on ragging on the level design when it's rough, but it's not, like, incomprehensible, as I've been led to believe. For me, the bigger problem is weapon variety. I like when a first-person shooter doles out weapons at a constant rate just to give me stuff to look forward to and to find different ways to approach combat. Oh, we're up here again. Okay, I'm confused again. So clearly I didn't do something right. Spectacular. slightly off time. Oh, man. Night Dive's never going to send me another game key again. That's alright. I feel like... yeah, this is stuff I've missed. Wow! No shit, a weapon. And it's kind of similar to the other weapon. This one has a shotgun effect if you right-click, which is nice. I don't know if I missed anything else. Let's see, hang on a second. PDA. Repeater rifle. No, maybe I didn't miss anything else. And also, Stormtrooper rifle. It's not even like the words don't fit. What? Another thing I find fascinating about this game and other Star Wars games of this time is it's before the prequels. I'm not here to shit on the prequels. They've been shat on enough and also showered with praise enough, I feel, lately. So, no need to talk about them, but shit. Brute force. There's something quaint about this era of Star Wars, when all you had was some books and 3 movies and toys. That's why Shadows of the Empire was like a big deal for me. It's like, oh, new Star Wars stuff, and it was like actually made into kind of a big deal. And all it was a video game and a book and some toys. But it did exactly what it needed to do, which is gave me more things to think about. And like, it inspired my imagination. I mean, the prequels did too. I will not say that, you know, when I was younger, I liked the prequels. I wouldn't say I loved the prequels, because something felt a little weird. But I still enjoyed them enough that I had the toys, and I enjoyed playing the games that were set in that world, and I thought the world building was fun, and the Jedi being so numerous, and like, you know, the lightsaber battles, all that shit was great. And just getting new Star Wars was cool. Even if I more liked this era and this style of Star Wars, if it was much more... To me, this was much more interesting. But as I got older, that was something I had realized. And then I went back and watched those movies as I got older. And the older I got, the less I enjoyed. I'm sorry to say, for those mega prequel fans out there. This is just my experience, not yours, and that's fine. But I kind of like once in a while going back to a game like this and just seeing what this universe looked like for a time. did the thing I was supposed to do. Maybe I'm going back up. Nice texture thing happening there.
Found some interesting looking metal. I think this may offer some important clues.
Oh, that's it?
That's all we need. Let's get out of here. I'm getting nervous.
That was even more poisonous, stinky than usual. No. I'm gonna change the shortcut to that. So I end up like I'm holding shift to run in the game. Which, you know, most games you hold shift, and then if you press tab to see like an objective or something, that happens. In this case it's the map. Okay, so let's get out of here. I do hope the let's get out of here thing is for a reason, because the other levels, minor complaint here, the other levels, you could just open the menu and you were done. So I wonder if there's a reason why it's making me now go back. Not all the other levels, only the last one, but it was merciful. I can't tell you how confused I am. This was the way out? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think so. This might be it. Maybe? Fuck. Yeah. No, maybe. Maybe? Yes? Yeah, yes. Okay. Yeah, my gamer brain has been rotted by modern gaming. Sorry, everybody. I don't know how to do levels like this anymore. I mean, clearly I do if I just completed the level, or I'm about to, but still. I missed a whole lot more of the canyon area than I expected. Didn't mean to do that. Oh boy. Okay. I think that's the way. That literally is the way. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I mean, I liked when it was just like, speak to this guy and then open menu. That's nice. Metal you called, or I found, is called Frick. It's a rare metal. Grome system. Locate the reactor and set the charge and get back to the ship. I'm good. I enjoyed my time with this, and it was a nice look into a world somewhat forgotten, which is a shame because I would love to see more. Kyle Katarn. I hope you enjoyed. I think, yeah, like I said, everything you've heard me say still stands. Level design's confusing, but doable. It's, you know, the weapon scaling, the weapon, you know, the way the game gives you the weapons is a little rough. But it's charming. It feels like Star Wars. The shooting is good, and it is, I think, it's a fairly important historical document of the Star Wars, like LucasArts in particular, and also just first-person shooters at the time. So I'm glad this exists, and I don't know if I'll be playing more of it necessarily, but it's cool. I do think later on, though, by the time you get to Jedi Knight 2, shit's amazing. And I'm sure Dark Forces 2 is good, too. I don't know if Mysteries of the Sith was any good, or if I just imagined it, but the visuals were more 3D, at the very least. But yeah, Dark Forces Remaster, really interesting game with a lot of work put into the remaster, and I appreciate that for what it is. As someone that didn't grow up with this game, oh, this is cool. Huh. As someone that didn't grow up with this game, I have to say I'm interested in its existence. Oh, that's how they did that? Wait, they actually used an action figure? Oh, that's wonderful. Originally bearing the name of Reyes, a pre-existing enemy character that made its debut in Return of the Jedi. Early stages development photographs of an action figure were taken to provide reference. That's so good. It's cool. All this stuff is good. I like this stuff the best, actually. It's good that all this stuff still is available to view. Sprite comparison chart. A lot of polys on Boba Fett. Neat. All right. Boba Fett, where? This image appeared on Dark Forces' original 1995 box art and promotional materials. That Boba Fett, let me tell you, dude could sell games. Rotoscoping Kyle and Jabba. Shows Justin Chin, the lead designer, performing a scene where Mon Mothma presents a medal to Kyle. It was unused. So this was a cut level.
Stop, rebel!
This is on a ship called the Avenger, so I'm gonna read about this in a second. But I do have to go. It's not just a bit, like, oh, I'm done playing the game. No, I actually... Whoa, what happened there? I do have to go. But the Avenger was a playable prototype for the first stage in Dark Forces, taking place on board a Star Destroyer. The level was included in the CES demo, and some images from it ended up in promotional materials. While aspects were recycled into other parts of the game, the Avenger itself was ultimately cut due to concerns of it being too difficult for new players. So yeah, this vault stuff I find very interesting, and I'm glad it exists. But I do have to go. Gotta go. But I enjoyed this, and I hope you did too. Thank you for watching, and hopefully more classic Star Wars games get a remaster. Please, Rogue Squadron, please. Goodbye.